Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video from Radio 1.
Mohit, bro, good to see you, man. Your fans were very worried about you because you were hospitalized with COVID for a while. All good and healthy?
All good. Thanks to the good wishes and well-being, I'm much better now. Thank you.
Lovely. Mohit, where were you when 26/11 happened, bro? Were you in Bombay? Were you outside? What's your memory actually of that shocking day? What were you feeling?
Oh, I still remember very clearly. I was in Vashi and in Mumbai. I was coming into the city limits in the famous Kali Pili taxi. I was traveling back with my friends. And I think during those times, we didn't have much social networks where, you could get hold of the news or anything. I think while traveling, I think FM was there. So I remember one of my uncles was messaging me about my whereabouts and my well-being. And he was calling me also at the same time. So I was wondering that why is he calling me and messaging me? And then I took the call, I spoke to him, and then he told me about the situation that was happening. And then I remember telling the driver, ki zara FM on kar dijiye. Then on the news, we heard that there's something going on. Then we were stopped at the Mumbai limits. We were not allowed to enter because there was a lot of confusion at that point of time, because those initial time, there was no clarity that what is happening. Is that a gang war, or is it like a attack, or what is happening, or just some kind of shootout? So till that, it was quite shocking. Personally, when these incidents happen, I feel I come from Kashmir. So I think, bahut dekha hua hai, been there, seen that and everything. But for those 3 days, seeing the spirit of Mumbai being halted and at pause was heartbreaking. I have never seen Mumbai like that. And I hope and pray that never ever anybody gets to see anything of that sort anywhere.
Yeah, I remember very clearly seeing a post from you saying that you've seen genocide, and I imagine you're talking about Jammu Kashmir, and you've also seen 26/11. So life puts you through some experiences. Some of them great, some of them very tragic. I want to now talk about the doctor you're playing. From whatever I can make out in the trailer, Mohit, he's so duty bound that he says, "I'll even save a terrorist because that is my duty. And that's what I want to do." Am I reading it correctly? You want to tell me a little about Dr. Oberoi?
Well, yeah, I think Dr. Kaushik Oberoi is a guy who just works from his heart. He's passionate about his work. He had a lot of opportunities, I would say, to go and work abroad, maybe go to the best hospital of the globe, go to the best hospital of the country, or in fact in the city. But because he feels that he owes it to the city of Mumbai, so he sticks to the government hospital, where he's the head of trauma surgeon. And I think it's his passion towards his craft that keeps him going. He just wants to serve the people, maybe a little less privileged people, because it's a government hospital, people of the weaker section of the society he wants to work for. And it was a great opportunity for me. A lot has been made on this subject on 26/11. But nothing has been made from the medical fraternity's perspective. A lot has been made globally also through hospitality perspective, through defense perspective, NSG perspective. But nobody has ever shown that what happened that night in a hospital, when the hospital staff is only capable of handling X number of people, and they suddenly have all these people coming in. So yeah, that was very challenging. And I think as far as your question goes, that he's just true to his oath. The oath is, we will be true to the patient, irrespective of his caste, creed, religion, gender, or whatever it is. It's the patient that matters for us, and they will go to any extent to save it, which has been time and again proven by them. And we have all seen that personally in COVID times also.
Yeah, and in that aspect, Mohit, I mean, terrorism has no race or religion, because I remember when 26/11 happened, the shocking fact that the terrorists got into Kama Hospital and started indiscriminately firing. I don't know if the story deals with that, but the fact that, these guys, even though you have the Hippocratic oath, even though the doctors were willing to defend them and take care of them, they didn't feel the same way about it. And I think that is the medical fraternity's biggest tribute, to give without the hope of receiving. You want to talk about that a little?
Yes, exactly. That's what we did, right? That's what we are known for. That's what India is known for. We kept the eyewitness or the terrorist alive for so many years, so that the prosecution and the justice system will take its own time, and we gave them ample opportunity to come and take responsibility of the person where he belonged from, but nobody ever did that. So we, I think, follow the law of the land, and we are true to that. Same goes with doctors also. So I think the entire community will be definitely proud of this series.
Mohit, were you asked to grow a beard, or did you already have a beard on for another series and you just, continued for this one?
No, that's something that when I met Nikhil Advani sir, he told me, I want to present you in a very different way, which you have never been presented in. That's when the small nitty-gritties and his thoughts came into place, because it's his baby. So he had envisioned it differently. He wanted me to wear glasses. He wanted me to wear a bandana. He wanted me to grow beard. He wanted me to be a little messy, So I think it can't get better and bigger than this. Somebody like Mr. Nikhil Advani looking into the real event stuff, which is he's known to do it the correct way and the right way, and it can't get bigger than them, be it D-Day, be it Butler House, be it Airlift or whatever. So I think he's the man who's taken this subject and decided to put it on the celluloid, and everyone will see on 9th of September that what magic he has created.
So Konkana also plays a doctor in the same hospital. That's what I can make out. You guys colleagues? I know that a lot of interns, 3 of them maybe come in later, but are you and Coco colleagues in the hospital? Just a little bit about her part, please.
Yes, so we all are in the, we call it a Bombay General Hospital. We all are part of that. I go into the surgery department. She's from the social department. Then there are other interns. There are all different departments in the hospital. So yes, we all work towards the well-being of the patient. So it was a great experience working with Konkana. Obviously, we all know the kind of actress she is, national award winner. What else? What can you say about her? She is too good to be true. And I'm just thankful that I got an opportunity to work with her. And there are interns also who are, unfortunately, that's their first day when they come up, and they have to face the challenges which can be very difficult for any newcomer. And on day one, where you are supposed to be an intern, and you face 2611. So yeah, it's going to be a joyride for everyone who watches it.
I believe Tina Desai plays your wife. Do you have any scenes with the lovely Tina, or does her action play out parallelly in another place, Mohit?
No, we have. Yes, she is in a different place during that night, and we have a lot of flashback scenes, and we didn't have many scenes in present, but we had a lot of flashback scenes where we are together, and during these, unfortunately I can't talk much about the story. I wish I could, but that's what series on the OTT platform, that's tricky, because you don't know how much to talk and how much people have seen. But with her, I had a lot of flashback scenes. In present scenario, I didn't have many scenes with her because she's at a different place and I'm at a different place.
Mohit, there are 2 directors. One is Nikhil himself and the other is Nikhil Gonzalez. You want to just tell me about their different styles? Because I'm given to understand that in OTT, you can have 2 or 3 directors working simultaneously. But for an actor, does the difference in style impact his performance? Is what I want to know from you. And a little bit about Advani and Gonzalez and what they brought to the table.
Well, see, as an actor, what happens when you have when you have a team which is very clear with their vision, what they are looking towards, then as an actor, your job is very, very easy. You know, we had Nikhil Advani's vision. Nikhil Gonzalez wrote the screenplay with Yash and Anushka. Then we had MA Award winner Sanyukta Sheikh Chawla and she wrote the dialogues for it. We had Amin Bhai's action. We had Kaushal looking after the photography department, you know. So when we had such brilliant technicians and brilliant people, writers, directors working, as an actor, your thing becomes very easy. Particularly in this story, Nikhil Advani always wanted to make it long shots. When you see the series, you will realize because it's an event-based thing, he never wanted the camera to be very static. So, you know, so it was very challenging for, like, for example, it was very challenging for actors, like he wanted to start the scene with you and then he wanted to come back to you in 20 seconds at a different position. And at the end of the scene, in the 60th second, he wanted you to be at the end of the wall with a cup of tea, which you had already finished, half of the cup tea was finished. You know, so it was very challenging for an actor to do the movements and everything, because in every shot, there was nothing less than, I think, 50, 60 people involved, because it was a moving shot. It was just a lot of movement when you see, because there's a lot of chaos. So to create that chaos, he wanted the camera to move always. So as I said earlier also, Nikhil Advani is the best guy to put the real events across in our country.
And Gonzalez, just you know, your experience of working with him?
Well, Gonzalez is more about emotions. I think other than the technical aspects, he's somebody who's looked after the screenplay very, very, very deeply. I personally didn't get a chance to work under his direction. I think because we had like different teams. I think I worked more with Nikhil Advani. But yeah, Gonzalez was always there. He was looking after the screenplay thing, and he's the one who focuses more on emotion, and Nikhil Advani focuses more on the technical aspect, more on the movement aspects and your emotions also, because you have to realize that as a director, Nikhil Advani has to think about 10 things. If there are 10 actors, he has to think about those 10 actors' backstory also, you know. But Gonzalez was more focused about the emotional trauma of the character. So yeah, it was a great experience working with him as well.
Mohit, it's been an interesting career. You know, you've played Mahadev, a mythological character. Then you've gone on to do interesting parts in films like Kafir and now this one. What do you enjoy more? Do you enjoy the mythological stuff more? Do you enjoy the real life gritty characters more?
I think it was a phase when I was, I would say, I was glued to, or I was getting obsessed with power, because these were all very powerful characters, you know. So it took me some time to realize that I had to come back and be in the realistic zone also. So I've been lucky that I've been part of this industry in this phase where OTT has come as a boon, you know. Otherwise things would have been a little different maybe. But right now I'm just enjoying this phase where I have lived all those characters and I'm more into the real space right now. Like I say usually that I've done the sword bit, I've done the gun bit, I've played a journalist also, I played a lawyer also, you know. Now I'm playing a doctor, you know. So I think realistic zone is in this digitization time, OTT time, I think right now this is something that is really working with the audience. You cannot obviously take them for granted. You need to deliver the good stuff. But this is something that they can connect with right now, which is very good, because it gives chance and opportunity to everyone, be a technical aspect or be it you know, anybody who's any which way attached to the industry. I think this is the best phase to be a part of this.
I believe as a kid you were 107 or 110 kgs and you lost all that weight. So you're an inspiration for a lot of us who are trying to lose weight. How did you manage to do that, Mohit? And most importantly, maintain it?
Well, I guess those were the times when, you know, when you're like in college and you don't really know where you're heading to, what you want to do in life. You just want to like just There's enjoy with friends, and all the phase. Everyone goes through that phase. That was the phase I've also been through. But when later you decide that okay, you want to be in front of the camera, so requirements are a little different. So you have no other option but to be true to it. So I'm very lucky and fortunate that I'm trying my best. I'm trying to entertain people, and at the same time trying to do justice to different characters. And thankfully, I'll hopefully keep doing this because this is what I know. This is the only thing that I know how to do.
I want to come back to Dr. Oberoi. Were you given a reference of a real life character? Because there's so many real life characters in Mumbai Diaries 2611. Whether it's the cops or the terrorists and this and that. Were you given something to read? Were you given somebody to go and meet? Or was it just a character narration? Is Dr. Oberoi based on a real life character?
No, it's just a fictional character. It's more that we had a lot of workshops for it. So we had Dr. Sheikh, who was personally also present in, I think, Kama Hospital in 2611. So he was the one who gave us workshop. He was the one who explained us the technical aspect of being a part of the medical fraternity. We went through intense, grueling workshop, then readings with Mr. Nikhil Advani and Nikhil Gonsalves, because all that we had to go through for a month and a half to understand what they are looking to, what they want to make. Because this is the first time, as I said earlier also, it's the first time that a medical drama is being made in India, and on such a scale, and obviously an Amazon original. So there's a lot of hard work which has gone into the into making, and hopefully it will bear fruits very soon.
Mohit, in the peak time of lockdown, when you weren't going out of the house, now of course you're on ground, you've started shooting again. How were those days? I mean, I have actor friends of mine who turn around and say, I picked up a skill, I started writing, I learned some video software, I started meditating. Is there a skill you picked up in lockdown when you were not working but just home with yourself?
There were a couple of things I picked up. I picked up gardening a lot. I went into that. I tried to get my guitar skills in place at times, and I got these two beautiful puppies for myself, which I wanted to get for a long time. So, but unfortunately, because it's a responsibility, so COVID gave me an opportunity to get them. So all these small things, reading a lot of books, that spending time with family. So all these things made us all sail through these difficult times.
Mohit, when you say gardening, do you mean you figured out which seeds grow into which plants, or just tending to plants?
No, which seeds, like the vegetable bit, the flower portions, plants, everything, like kitchen gardening, what really works in Mumbai. How do you grow tomatoes here? How do you go like bhindi here, and onions and tomatoes and potatoes, all those things. Every region is differently placed. So all those technical aspects little bit.
Super stuff. My last question is, what can we expect from you after Mumbai Diaries 2611? Are you filming for something else? And is it a series, or is it a movie?
Well, this is a movie that hopefully will be out. It's a Maddock film production. It's called Shiddar. I think it should be out after Mumbai Diaries. The date has not been decided. Yes, the filming is complete, and the film is the post-production is done, and it will be out very soon. And after that, then I'm working on some other series, and which I really can't talk much about because at the beginning it's at the initial level. So yeah, fingers crossed, and hoping to entertain people, and hoping to start working on normally like 2019 before pre-pandemic, and hopefully by then everybody is vaccinated and we all are safe and working towards boosting our economy and putting our lovely work out there for people to watch.
Super stuff. Mohit Rana, thanks very much for talking to me, and can't wait to see you in Mumbai Diaries 2611. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. Stay safe. Thank you.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video from Radio 1.